point within the next year to finally play Earthbound.
Oh.
And they will follow
It's
up
a great game.
for Desert by 6 with another donation if he has failed in his vow. He eats a jar of hot salsa straight up. No need to beat the game, but at least play until Master Belch fight, which gives a good sampling of the game. All I require is that he promises on camera.
That's for Super Nintendo?
Yes.
Yeah, you could get an emulator too.
Yeah, you
can I'll give it.
It's a great game.
I'll try it. I mean, I keep hearing that it's a great game. It's just I never owned the first console I owned was a PS2. So I just didn't play. I didn't play Super Nintendo games and stuff other than at other people's houses. So I played like the first chunk of Final Fantasy 3, aka 6, like the part where you're escaping with Tifa. Or not Tifa. What's her name? Terra. Terra.
Whatever.
The part when you're escaping with Terra, I played that first chunk of that 20 times. But I didn't actually play it the rest of it until way later. So yes, I'll definitely give Earthbound a shot.
Yeah, if you haven't played Earthbound, you're missing out. Paul, I have had 2 coffees so far this morning. Can you play for a second?
Yeah.
I had installed a Super Nintendo emulator on my DS flash cart and had put Earthbound on it and was like, I'm going to sit down and play this game. A week later, I lost my DS.
Oh.
Coincidence?
I think there's just some games that some people are not meant to play. But now you got to play this one if you're going to accept it.
Yeah, I'll accept that challenge. I have played pre-PS2 games, but I never owned a I was always at other people's houses.
You can't really get into that kind of
So
stuff.
yeah, I mooched off other people a lot. I played lots of computer games, but I just never owned a console.
What's with the live Lair Assault group challenge on the donation page? Does anybody know what what's
that
going
is?
on?
I assume it was not when I was here, but I assume it is a challenge to
play D&D.
Have a bunch of people play D&D.
Yep.
I'm assuming the Lair Assault that we did for that episode of Commodore Hustle.
Ooh, Escapist. I missed the rest of your name because I have it truncated here. Illusion of Gaia. Indeed, a very cool Super Nintendo JRPG, and of course it's an action JRPG, which is a lot like, if I remember the game correctly, it's a lot like a Zelda-alike. But it came from the same people who made Soul Blazer. That was kind of the first one they made. Then they made Illusion of Gaia, and then they made Terranigma. And how many people here, or even in the chat, have played Terranigma?
Not me.
Soul Blazer is flat out one of my favorite games.
It was such a cool mechanic.
Yeah, it was that okay. So how I played a lot of these games is
Paul, just a second. We Are the Beaver. You know that song, right?
Yes. How I played a lot of these games is when I was a kid, my brother and I, every Christmas, we would get a couple of coupons to our local place to rent Super Nintendo for the weekend.
Nice.
And so we would book off. It's a weekend. You know, our parents would be like, all right, for this weekend, you don't have to worry about the whole going outside getting exercise thing. This is just then we'll just burn out this weekend. And so yeah, we got Soul Blazer was one of my favorite games with that. ActRaiser also good.
Oh, ActRaiser is very cool.
For some reason, we used to think that Soul Blazer was a sequel to ActRaiser.
Oh, okay.
Because I guess they were made by the same company or something. But.
They might have just come out nearly in sequence in terms of time. Because ActRaiser did have a sequel, and it was pure action.
Bad.
Yeah, it was action sequence only.
All the 3,
yeah.
to
world building.